Hi, good morning. I'm Coach Todd. Today, Jody sent me an email. She said, Todd, we got 40 people running in the Santa Shuffle on Saturday. Now, the temperature today, I just dropped the boys off at school, and it's cold. I think it's the high supposed to be today is minus 20 degrees Celsius. And with the wind chill, we're probably looking at, close to minus 30. So it's cold. It's super cold. No one wants to go out. Not many people actually want to run in this temperature. But I know you guys have a race signed up on Saturday. So the question is how do you dress for a cold run like that? So what I'm going to do is I got a whole bag of clothes over here. I'm going to show you how I would prepare for that race. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to start from scratch. Okay, so the other thing too is when you're racing on Saturday and you're going probably heading west, my group will be heading east. So we might pass each other. So make sure you wave and say hi. Let's get going, and I'm going to show you what we need to wear. Okay, the first thing you need to wear is some nice tight underwear. Guys, this is not the day to be wearing boxers. And then what I like to do is put the next layer on is some tight compression tights. Now the next thing you need to put on is a t-shirt. So I always like to put on, this is the one that's closest to your body. So you want to put on a t-shirt that has wicking properties, or like a technical t-shirt. So that's going to be able to absorb that sweat from your skin. And the next layer I'm going to put on is a long sleeve shirt. And again, this is a technical t-shirt as well. If you don't have any technical fabric, that's okay. Just put on, a cotton t-shirt. But a technical t-shirt is preferable. Okay, so now what I have on, I've got compression tights. I got, some tight fitting underwear. I've got a technical t-shirt, and I have a long sleeve t-shirt as well. If you have a technical long sleeve t-shirt, that's great, but if you don't, then just wear a long sleeve t-shirt. But the key, what we're doing here is I'm trying to dress in layers. Okay, so now I need to think about, okay, so now what do I put on? And so the other option, next thing I'm going to put on is kind of a light sweater or a little jacket. So this here is sort of like a sweater jacket. And so it's kind of tight fitting. So I'll put it on. So this is layer number 3. Now what I'll probably do is I'll put on a sweater over top of this. And you could put on, you don't want it to be too thick, right? Because if it's too thick, then you're going to get really, really hot. So now that I have this on, now I'm going to put on another layer. And the layer I'm going to put on is probably going to be a thin jacket. You could also put on a sweater if you want to. So this is a thicker jacket here. So it's more of like a wind-resistant jacket. And so now we're going to put this on. Probably the microphone is hidden. I got to keep the microphone out so you can still hear me. And then this will go over top, like this. And then what you want to do is if you have a shell, you can put a shell over top. And now I will put this shell over here over top of this jacket. For me, I like to be warm. I'm a guy that doesn't want to go out there and get too cold. So I'll have lots of layers on. But the thing is even having all these things on, I can still move my arms. I'm still pretty mobile. I'm not feeling that I'm really restricted. So I'll zip this up. And then this will be good for my torso. If I find that I'm still, not warm enough, I'll go out and go this. You can feel it right away if it's too cold. I might put on a little vest as well. And I do have a vest right over here that I might put on as well, and that might just keep my torso just a little bit warmer. But for now, I think I'm pretty good for my upper body. Now the lower body, I've got underwear and I've got tights on. This is not going to be okay for minus 20, so I need another layer. So what I do now is I take another thicker tight, and so these are like a thermal tight, and so then I'll just put these tights on. So now I have 2 layers on the bottom. Now these 2 layers would be great for minus 20, but if it's windy out, you're going to feel the wind pretty good. So what I need now is I need another layer on my legs. So what I'm going to put on here is just a light wind pants. So, and then I'm going to throw these on. Now, if you don't have all this stuff, you know, do the best you can. Try to layer lightly. You could run in sweatpants and then maybe long johns underneath, or up top you could have a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, sweater, and then a light jacket. The key to this is you want to have layers, and the layer closest to your body, you want to be able to wick away the sweat. So now I'm pretty happy with my lower body now too. I've got basically 3 layers. I have a tight fitting compression tight, I have a thicker tight, and then I have these windbreaker pants. Now, for my head, depending on the temperature, you might be able to get away with one of these skull caps. So put that on. But most of the time, from -20, -25, it's not warm enough. So you'll have to take that off. What I like to put on a toque like this. So then my ears are covered. I'll even tie it up so that I'm good like this. I'm going to stay warm. Now, I forgot about my feet. So I'm going to put socks on. Some people have pretty cold feet. For me, my feet are always pretty good. The shoes I'm going to wear are the Newtons, and I think they're called Terrains. So they have a little bit more material to them than my other running shoes, so that when I go out, I'm not going to freeze my toes. But I'm just going to wear just some basic socks. Now, when it comes to the hands, some people really heat up. For me, my hands get cold pretty quick. These gloves probably take me down to maybe -15. But if it's colder than -15, I can't wear these. And so what I have to do is I get out my ski mitts. And so these aren't gloves, they're mitts. And these work really well for me. I like the mitts so then I can ball up my fist if they get really cold and try and get the warmth back to my fingers. So I'll put these on. Okay, and now for the eyes, actually there's one more thing. And what I need to do is cover up the neck here. And so the microphone's going to get covered up. But what I do, I take this, put it over top. Now be like this. Okay? And then you can put glasses on. Alright, so put your glasses on, and that protects your eyes. Bring it down to your nose so that you can still breathe. Your glasses may fog up, but if it's really cold out, you may look like a dork, but that's sometimes okay, because then you're going to be a warm dork. All right, then put your ski goggles on, and then you run like this, and you are good to go. Okay, so then I think that's probably it. The other thing you may want to do with your gloves is you can take hot shots. You can take hot shots, put the hot shots in your gloves, and then that can warm up your glove. You can even take the hot shots and put them in your shoes too. Some of them are especially designed for shoes, and that will keep your hands and feet nice and toasty as well. So this is how I get dressed for a really cold run. You are not going to PB in a temperature like that. So I call these runs survival runs. You're going out there to stay warm. The key things that you want to protect are your skin. In -20, your skin's going to get frostbite pretty darn quick. So cover it up as much as you can. Even when I have this neck warmer on, I might adjust up and down the nose just to keep my nose warm every now and then. So that's how I dress, and I wish you guys the best of luck on Saturday. If you have any questions at all about what to wear or what not to wear, just send me an email. I'll be happy to respond. Okay, good luck, guys.